am coming, Lord Daniel, I am coming. I am coming, Lord Daniel, I am coming. I am coming, Lord Daniel, I am coming. Rise up, Mardi Gras, rise up. It's the time to rise up. Rise up, Mardi Gras.
Good day, I am Deborah Hodge, your Acting Chief of Police for the St. Thomas, St. John, Water Island District. Alongside me is Donna Stork, your Acting Deputy Chief of Police, Captain Gregory Penn, Commander of the Special Operations Bureau, and Sergeant Lauren Clark, Commander of the Special Response Team. In keeping with our commitment to remain transparent and ensure accountability, it was necessary to highlight the hard and tireless work that our officers have been doing as they took to the streets for numerous operations. These operations began on October 1, 2024 through the end of December under the leadership of Captain Gregory Penn. During these operations, officers were able to recover an assault rifle and 22 handguns, 5 of which had obliterated serial numbers. Yes, we stress obliterated because that means, in essence, that an attempt was made to make these weapons untraceable. This is a significant milestone as every gun that is removed off the streets potentially represents a saved life and a step closer to making our island safer for residents and visitors alike. As your Chief of Police, my team and I remain dedicated to upholding the safety and security of our beautiful islands. But we also recognize that we cannot do it alone. We need the support of the members of the Virgin Islands Police Department, and we need your support. We need to invest in programs that not only prevent gun violence, but those programs that identify and engage with at-risk youth, as well as strive to identify the psychological, developmental, and social factors responsible for criminal behaviors. Rest assured that we remain dedicated, and we thank you in advance for your trust and support in this team. We appreciate all the efforts made in crime fighting, and we ask that if you see something, please say something. You can do so by calling 911, Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS, or you can also call 340-776-9110. Thank you and have a blessed day.
Rise up, Mardi Gras, rise up. It's the time to rise and go home. Rise up, Mardi Gras, rise up. It's the time to rise and go home. Any man, any man, any man, any man in another man's house. Any man, any man, any man, any man in another man's house. I am coming.
All right, good morning. Welcome to Rise Up Morning Show here on AllAhWeTV. It's a brand new day, beautiful day that is. Thursday, what's the date? Thursday, January 23rd, counting down to the end of the month. And then, of course, Bacchanal, not Carnival, but AgriFest in Santa Cruz. So if you haven't been there before, if you go there all the time, if you haven't been there before, you want to make your way over there. It's a different experience than the festival. It's a good, cool outline. A lot of people you meet, of course, a lot of food and display, and there's a lot of concerts happening around that time. So, of course, that's coming up. And it's Thursday, so we're getting ready for the weekend. We got some news that we're going to be sharing. As you saw there, we open up with great news from the VIPD, in which a number of guns have been confiscated off of the streets of St. Thomas. And my understanding is the similar operation happened in St. Croix. So VIPD is doing their job. And we want to say thank you to them, the men and women. And as that is the acting chief of police, Ms. Deborah Hodge. And right next to her was the new acting deputy chief. So a lot of movement, a lot of big things happening right there in VIPD. Today, what we're going to share, we had a good conversation with Senator Fonseca, because the last time we were here, and you may have seen it circulated in the media, Senator Fonseca is asking the governor of the Virgin Islands to declare a state of emergency on the USVI hospitals. That's Roy Lester Snyder Hospital and the 1F Louis Hospital. He's saying the conditions, a number of things. You're going to hear some words from him. We recognize a teacher that got the presidential award. We got a chance to speak with him on camera, so you're going to see a little bit of that as well. And then over the weekend, yeah, we finally made it here all the way to Thursday. Last time we were here, we were promoting the Martin Luther King basketball tournament. But let me tell you, St. Croix came over and they won everything. You must have seen it in the news already. And of course, we have been circulating and rotating the chair of the friendly battle cheerleading exhibition right there between the Caribs and the Ken cheerleaders. And that was a great display. That's up to like 20,000 views right now, maybe a little more. So big up for everyone who watch it and share it. We have a number of videos that's just coming on AllAhWeTV. And as you see, we're maintaining right here, getting this morning show going. But just like you, sometimes we wake up and we don't want to go to work. But we got to go to work. This morning, had be like 6:30. We turn on about 7:06, 7:10. Tomorrow, we're going to be early. Just like what you done tell your boss. Tomorrow, we come in on time. 6:30 in the morning. So, what's up? The weather says there's going to be scattered light rain showers are expected. The highs will be 83 degrees. On this humid days, the winds are 10 miles per hour. The first time we started, I had a sweater, UVI, then Apollo Legion. The winds ain't blowing that heavy out here on the north side this morning in St. Thomas. But we're looking forward to great visibility. Now, I am seeing a summary in which, and our weather, we get a weather report. I'm going to show you. It's coming off of the MSNBC website. You're seeing right here, it's saying around 3 to 5 p.m. You're going to see some showers. And between 9 p.m. to 5 a.m., should have some showers as well. But, you know, showers are just liquid sunshine. So wherever you go, just walk with your umbrella and be just fine. But talking about it, we're getting back into it. Just there under VIPD, 22 handguns confiscated, one of them being a machine gun. Wow. So what do we say? You know, everyone that we talk to in the background, among ourselves, I know New Year's Day, some people say it was less. I was on St. Croix, and they got some heavy artillery out there. So when we see the police and the special operation unit out there doing their jobs, they're doing the roadblocks. Hey, some people do an alert to others. I think, man, listen, if you could catch a bad guy, you might be saving the life of a friend, of a loved one, of a family member. So let the police do their job. But we want to say thank you to them again for doing their job. Well, listen, Senator Fonseca, he, as we said, it had a press release that went out, and he's asking for the governor to declare a state of emergency on the Virgin Islands hospitals. So here is Senator Fonseca. It talked about the condition of our hospital, the shortness of supplies, short of staff, the depth that the hospitals are in, and a state of emergency will allow the governor to bail out the hospital as we just did with WAPA. We're going to talk about WAPA because we were here on Friday and WAPA did the big ribbon cutting. The governor had actually an excellent speech. So I want you to hear some of that speech as well. Right now it's 7:19. Hey, it's a Thursday. I know you're dragging your feet to go into work, but hey, get up, man. We got to go. You got to get to work, punch in, and just have a wonderful day. Once you're smiling with the world, nothing else can make you frown. We're going to hear from Senator Fonseca right here and what he has to say about this state of emergency and the hospital.
This is your humble servant, Senator Ray Fonseca. You know, I'm here to address the issue that continues to linger regarding the hospitals, in particular Wang Louis and the Roy Lester Snyder Hospital. As you're aware, in a press release of January the 14th, asked the governor, we're out here, they got some heavy equipment moving, but we asked the governor on January 14th to declare a state of emergency for the hospitals. And you know, it's I just want to give you a little bit of the history. It's been going back for quite a while, because there was an article by the VI source all the way in December 14 of 2021, whereas the governor had promised $16 million to Snyder and Wang Louis. He was going to give them in tranches of $3 million. But to the best of my knowledge, only $3 million has been given to the hospitals. And that was an issue where Wang Louis Hospital, the emergency room in particular, was being shut down for 3 weeks. So now here, the situation is even more critical because, as you're aware, the waiting time in the emergency room is just unacceptable. We had an unfortunate situation a couple weeks ago where the gentleman was waiting from approximately 12:30 and he passed away at the hospital in St. Croix. Well, you know, I went to the hospital, the emergency room in Wang Louis, and it was the same situation. As a matter of fact, I believe in St. Thomas, the waiting time of the emergency room is even longer than in St. Croix. And it's a lot of situation. It also deals with the boarders. You know, the hospital are filled with boarders. Boarders are those elderly persons who basically need a type of care that is more intensive than their family can provide. And so it's a human service issue. And so we have to make sure that the Herbert Grigg Home for the elderly, the Queen Louise Home for the elderly are also bid out. And as you remember, I've been telling you about the scenario of us having approximately $15 billion in federal disaster repair funds. And as I indicated, if you have $15 billion, you spend $1 billion a year, it's going to take you 15 years. If you spend $500 million a year, it's going to take you 30 years. And $250 million is going to take you 60 years. We are spending at the pace of about $250 million. Well, the federal government is not going to let us keep these monies for 60 years. We have to increase the pacing. So I'm requesting a state of emergency to address these issues. In the hospitals, emergency room in particular, each hospital needs 2 emergency room physicians. It's about $320,000. We actually save money because right now they're using what you call a locum. A locum is a contract physician that comes down here. They have a contract to provide, medical services, but it costs us more. A locum physician might cost us $500,000. Whereas a full-time emergency room physician, we could get them at $320,000. So you save money. We need about 7 nurses, which is minimum of $75,000. We also need about 7 patient care technicians. So when you add that to both hospitals, that's about $3.4 million. So I want the governor to declare a state of emergency and do just like how they did with WAPA. Because I got a report of the Budget Stabilization Fund where the government dipped into WAPA to stabilize WAPA about $32 million from the Budget Stabilization Fund. We need to do the same thing for the hospitals. And that $32 million was only as of September.
Yeah, we're going to come back right there to Senator Fonseca. We're having a technical issue with that video playback. We know what it is, so we're correcting it. One of the viewers online asked about, they see that the roads are being paved in front of the legislature, and they hope the entire roads are being paved on the waterfront. That's actually being done. A press release went out on, was it last week, indicated that a contract has been given to repave the waterfront. And while we're talking about paving, we talk about both islands. We had a St. Croix. It's good to see that the airport stretch, that has been getting repaved. So that is an excellent thing to report on because, the airport road in St. Croix, my gosh, and both sides, East Airport, the West Airport Road, that's like maybe the whole of waterfront, maybe from airport to almost Rapun Hill, Ward of Road. So it's good to see that being done on the island of St. Croix. But we're going to get more of the Senator Fonseca explaining why that state of emergency is critical for our, our hospitals and our territory. I mean, it's obvious, we have one hospital in our territory on each island and a clinic in St. John. So it's critical that these hospitals operate to their best because, and they do. The staff do a wonderful job, but of course, here and there, they need some help. Listen, right now, we're going to go back to Senator Fonseca, but first, let's run the interview of Andre Douglas. This is the recipient of the prestigious Presidential Award for Excellence in Mathematics and Science teaching. Last week, he went mini viral. His pictures were all over all the news sources, a lot of shares, because listen, a presidential award isn't an easy thing. So we want to say congratulations to him. Congratulations to his family, the whole Ivana Udorican family, the public. So it's a VI. You know, once one of us win, all of us win. But shout out to the Rays. And let's hear about him and what inspires him and make him so fascinated with teaching.
Okay, my name is Andre Douglas. I work at the Ivana Udorican High School. I also work part-time at the University of the Virgin Islands. And being the presidential award winner it's a humbling experience. I take my job seriously, but not too seriously. I try to make it fun and lighthearted in the classroom and outside the classroom as well. So receiving such a prestigious award, it humbles me in a sense, but at times I kind of feel not undeserving, but I always know I could do more and do better for students on an everyday basis.
When did you know you wanted to be an educator?
Do I know I want to be an educator right now? I don't know. But in all seriousness, I kind of fell into education. I knew that I wanted to do something that challenged me. And in school, mathematics was one of those things. School was fairly easy for me, but mathematics was something that made me think, it made me reason, it made me put multiple ideas together to build something. So I saw how I was able to help my peers around me better. And it led me into education because I felt, well, hey, if I could make it better for them, maybe I could make it better for students.
Tell us, the reward for you being a teacher, it's it's one of the most needed careers, one of the most passionate, deserving careers, but of course, not one of the careers that's the best paid or, the spotlight upon.
Right.
So the reward for you, along with, how would you encourage others to pursue a career in teaching?
It's one of those things where you plant a tree, and you plant a seed essentially, and you may not live long enough to see all the fruits bear from that tree, but at the end of the day, you are part of that process. So I have students right now in the community that definitely make more money than I do, but I'm really proud of them, and it really warms my heart to see and hear when people say, hey, that was my math teacher. And I might not remember everything that he said in class as far as X's and Y's and 2's and 3's, but I definitely remember how he made me feel. And I remember the things that we spoke about outside of mathematics that drove my way of thinking and drove the way I approach life. So that stuff is not all the reward I need. I definitely need to be rewarded more, but those things are intangibles and you can't replace that with money.
Today we said the students are different. How do you feel about it, communicating, managing and handling the students?
Students are different. I don't know how much I agree with that. Generally, things are going to change, right? But at the core, everybody wants to be challenged. Everybody wants to know that they're able and capable to do something. The challenges are a little bit more external as it pertains to distractions with technology, just distractions maybe in people's lives. Of course, a lot of our community suffers from poverty, suffers from different trauma that happens. So the challenges are a lot more in building relationships for me. It was easier in the past for me to build relationships with students, and now to be able to relate to them and to be able to kind of penetrate that wall, that becomes a little bit more difficult. But the content is the content. The students are as capable as they have ever been. They just need to tap into themselves and find. Definitely education is my life. Regardless of what arena I am in, I will be an educator till the day I stop breathing. And I just want to help people get better. I'm a person that works with people, and whoever I work with, whoever I work for, whoever I'm working under, over, I just want the best for everybody that's surrounding me.
And that is positive news, a positive message to start your morning, start today. Shout out and congratulations to Professor, instructor, teacher, Mr. Douglas, listen, man, and as he said, he's doing Ivana Eudora Ken. He's part-time at UVI. I mean, he looks young. He looks like a student himself, but I mean, always professional, always well-mannered, respectable. It's a proud moment for all of us, and that presidential award and recognition. So big ups to him. And a lot of great things happening in our schools. And listen, morning program. Where we go from here? We're gonna replay the VIPD special operation, the announcement of the confiscation of the guns, and then we're gonna go back to Senator Fonseca. Reminding you today, it's 7:31 right now in the morning. It's a Thursday. Beautiful Thursday here in the Virgin Islands and the BVI. There's a lot that's happening nationally, and not that much to comment on. We're gonna focus on the local because the national news, they have that, and I mean, they're going to be going 24/7. The president is sworn in or back in, and he's making news every minute of the day. We're here, and I think we got to focus on local. Of course, what happens nationally affects us, but man, you can't let it stress you out. That's all we can say. You can't let it stress you out. But the things we can change and we can impact on, especially things that's happening in our community, in ourselves, in our business, and our families, we got to put concentration on those. All right? So one more time, meet the acting chief of police for the St. Thomas, St. John, Water Island District, Miss Deborah Hodge, her team, and they're sharing the great news of the guns which were confiscated here in the St. Thomas district, and they had a similar operation in the St. Croix district. So VIPD is on the move. Then we're going right back to Senator Fonseca, sharing the information and why it's important for the declaration of a state of emergency on the hospitals. We're going to let that play in its entirety, and then we're going to come right back. All right, you're watching the Rise Up Morning Show here on AllAhWeTV with me, Emmett Provost.
Good day, I am Deborah Hodge, your Acting Chief of Police for the St. Thomas, St. John, Water Island District. Alongside me is Donna Stork, your Acting Deputy Chief of Police, Captain Gregory Penn, Commander of the Special Operations Bureau, and Sergeant Lauren Clark, Commander of the Special Response Team. In keeping with our commitment to remain transparent and ensure accountability, it was necessary to highlight the hard and tireless work that our officers have been doing as they took to the streets for numerous operations. These operations began on October 1, 2024 through the end of December under the leadership of Captain Gregory Penn. During these operations, officers were able to recover an assault rifle and 22 handguns, 5 of which had obliterated serial numbers. Yes, we stress obliterated because that means, in essence, that an attempt was made to make these weapons untraceable. This is a significant milestone as every gun that is removed off of the streets potentially represents a saved life and a step closer to making our island safer for residents and visitors alike. As your Chief of Police, my team and I remain dedicated to upholding the safety and security of our beautiful islands. But we also recognize that we cannot do it alone. We need the support of the members of the Virgin Islands Police Department, and we need your support. We need to invest in programs that not only prevent gun violence, but those programs that identify and engage with at-risk youth, as well as strive to identify the psychological, developmental, and social factors responsible for criminal behaviors. Rest assured that we remain dedicated, and we thank you in advance for your trust and support in this team. We appreciate all the efforts made in crime fighting, and we ask that if you see something, please say something. You can do so by calling 911, Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS, or you can also call 340-776-9110. Thank you and have a blessed day.
The humble servant, Senator Ray Fonseca. I'm here to address the issue that continues to linger regarding the hospitals, in particular Wang Louis and the Roy Lester Snyder Hospital. As you're aware, in a press release of January the 14th, asked the governor, we're out here, they got some heavy equipment moving, but we asked the governor on January 14th to declare a state of emergency for the hospitals. And you know, it's I just want to give you a little bit of the history. It's been going back for quite a while, because there was an article by the VI source all the way in December 14 of 2021, whereas the governor had promised $16 million to Snyder and Wang Lui. He was going to give them in tranches of $3 million. But to the best of my knowledge, only $3 million has been given to the hospitals. And that was an issue where Wang Lui Hospital, the emergency room in particular, was being shut down for 3 weeks. So now here, the situation is even more critical, because as you're aware, the waiting time in the emergency room is just unacceptable. We had an unfortunate situation a couple weeks ago where the gentleman was waiting from approximately 12:30 and he passed away at the hospital in St. Croix. Well, you know, I went to the hospital, the emergency room in Wang Lui, and it was the same situation. As a matter of fact, I believe in St. Thomas, the waiting time of the emergency room is even longer than in St. Croix. And it's a lot of situation. It also deals with the boarders. You know, the hospital are filled with boarders. Boarders are those elderly persons who basically need a type of care that is more intensive than their family can provide. And so it's a human service issue. And so we have to make sure that the Herbert Grigg Home for the elderly, the Queen Louise Home for the elderly are also bid out. And as you remember, I've been telling you about the scenario of us having approximately $15 billion in federal disaster repair funds. And as I indicated, if you have $15 billion, you spend $1 billion a year, it's going to take you 15 years. If you spend $500 million a year, it's going to take you 30 years. And $250 million is going to take you 60 years. We are spending at the pace of about $250 million. Well, the federal government is not going to let us keep these monies for 60 years. We have to increase the pacing. So I'm requesting a state of emergency to address these issues. In the hospitals, emergency room in particular, each hospital needs 2 emergency room physicians. It's about $320,000. We actually save money because right now they're using what you call a locum. A locum is a contract physician that comes down here. They have a contract to provide, you know, medical services, but it costs us more. A locum physician might cost us $500,000. Whereas a full-time emergency room physician, we could get them at $320,000. So you save money. We need about 7 nurses, which is minimum of $75,000. We also need about 7 patient care technicians. So when you add that to both hospitals, that's about $3.4 million. So I want the governor to declare a state of emergency and do just like how they did with WAPA. Because I got a report of the Budget Stabilization Fund where the government dipped into WAPA to stabilize WAPA about $32 million from the Budget Stabilization Fund. We need to do the same thing for the hospitals. And that $32 million was only as of September of 2024. Who knows how much money the governor dipped into the Budget Stabilization Fund to add into WAPA. And remember, the hospitals is something where it's even more critical because lives are at stake. And here's my main contention. The useful life of those trailers for the Wang Lui modular units, you know, Wang Lui Hospital in St. Croix, a modular unit, is about 7 years max with good maintenance. Well, right now we are in year 6. You know, last year, remember, we had the moles in high school, and the mole in a classroom is dangerous. But you can relocate the students to another classroom and close that down. You cannot close down the hospital if it develops moles. So it's an emergency situation. We must address those issues. Yes, so the mole in a classroom is a very serious issue, but mole cracks in a hospital is just unacceptable. And in addition, you know, we have a hearing, the Health Hospital Human Service Committee, which I'm the chair, on February 13 is going to be in St. Croix. But no one can tell me right now when we're going to start Wang Louis Hospital, finish Wang Louis Hospital. And the same for the Roy Lester Snyder Regional Medical Center, and the same for Myra Keaton on St. John. No one can tell me when we're going to start and finish those hospitals. And remember, I told you, the federal government is not going to let us keep that money. And we're talking about over $1 billion. I'm not going to give you the exact number because, you know, they say contractors use those numbers in the bid, but it's a lot of money. So I'm requesting the governor to declare immediately a state of emergency for the hospitals. I have right here a draft information to give him the additional details on why it needs to be declared emergency. So stay tuned, and we continue to work for the people. Your humble servant, Senator Ray Fonseca.
So let's ask a question, two questions. With you're requesting for him to declare a state of emergency, what do you hope will be the next step since you've made this request?
Yeah, well, I want the same attention be given to the hospital like is given to WAPA. WAPA, they had a vendor, Fabian's Trucking, they paid him for the trucking. Well, the hospital, Roy Lester Snyder Hospital, have a company, Jackson's Cleaning. They're owed $1.9 million right now. They're threatening to stop cleaning the hospital, and on and on and on. We just got in November an additional $3 million for Wang Louis because they were out of basic supplies, bandages, basic medical supplies. The hospital was out. You cannot be running a hospital without staff, and definitely you need supplies. So there's a lot of issues.
Yeah. Last question. Would the legislature, yourself and your colleagues, be able to budget or appropriate anything, any funds in the situation the governor doesn't follow up with this state of emergency declaration? Can the legislature do anything on its part?
Yes, most definitely. And at my hearing on February the 13th, I'm moving a bill to appropriate $3.4 million. This would be to get the emergency room physicians, the nurses, and the patient care technicians. I'm prepared to move that. I've already discussed that with my colleagues, and I think I will have the support when it comes before the session.
Since your letter being published and making its circulation, have you had any response from the governor or government house?
Yes, we're in close communication, and you know, I continue to appreciate the support the governor has given, you know, the Committee on Health, Hospitals, and Human Services. But right now, we're specifically dealing with the hospital. We need to declare a state of emergency to address these critical healthcare emergency issues.
Perfect. All right, you got it right there from Senator Ray Fonseca, the importance and the critical need why for the state of emergency for the hospitals. He says they have a session coming up. I think I saw an email, not that I think, I'm just remembering, saw an email about February 13th shall be that hearing he spoke about with the legislature and the hospitals. So let's see what comes about it. What's coming up? The state of the territory is coming up. So in the state of the territory, I expect the governor to have a lot of comments and a lot of plans and initiatives for the year, which is he's going to share with our community. Of course, our hospitals are a critical point and a critical part. So he always speaks about it and lays out the plan for them. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, the VIPD is asking for your help because they released the footage of the assailants which destroyed the equipment, which we should call them the arsonists, that went in there and caused a fire at Just Right Trucking. And when you see it, I mean, of course, we know it was a deliberate act, but, you know, it's just, it hurts the heart. It's people, businesses, people, investment. But, you know, if you know something, as the police always say something, come forward, help them on out. My thing is, I'm going to show you, I'm going to have a little comment on it right there. Nothing bad. But stay tuned. We're going to run a few commercials and we're going to be right back. You're here watching AllAhWeTV. It's the Rise Up Morning Show. It's 7:45 in the morning. We're stepping out at 8. Tomorrow we're going to be back. And I promise, like you promising your boss to come early, I promising we're going to start on time tomorrow. We're half an hour late. But in the Virgin Islands, that's usually on time, right? No. We ain't doing that. We're going to start on time, okay? So listen, let's run some commercial with our proud partners who support us via Miss Naturalista. And you could be part of it too. 340-228-1199 is quick to come on board. And the party shop on Rappoon Hill. Lisa Donovan. Man, we had an excellent broadcast. She's up to about 9,000 or maybe 10,000 views. It might be more. And you could have that feature and presentation right here on AllAhWeTV, 340-228-1199. Because you have to show what you have in your store, what your business have. If you're a limo company, maybe you have a new car. You have a bad vehicle. What about if you're a store and you get great clothes? We could come and we could show it for you. We have different hosts depending on the ambience, environment. We got a party host, serious host. We could complement it. But the most important thing we want to do, we want to share it with the public, your intended customers. All right. It's Rise Up Morning Show right here on AllAhWeTV.
All about movement, my boy. Moving my ideas to the board with the fastest fiber. Staying connected on the road with reliable 5G and on the go with nationwide coverage. No matter how I move, Via creates a symphony of connectivity, so I could bring down a cascade of sound. From the VI shores to the global stage, it's one VI to the wall with DJ Avalanche and Via.
The first step in securing your business or home is erecting a fence so the non-invited can keep out and the invited can be guided in. Now, a solid, beautiful exterior structure not only enhances the appearance, but also increases the value of your home or commercial property. Meet Bender and Associates. They are the experts in aluminum and stainless steel, including their manufacture and repair. Their work include gates, automatic and manual, stairs, security bars, wheelchair ramps. Hey, once you dream it and it involves steel, aluminum, or any metal structure, Bender and Associates can build or repair it. And for those who love the metals with beautiful designs, Bender and Associates can do that also. Time to get started by calling 340-244-0861. Oh yes, Bender and Associates service the entire Virgin Islands. Bender and Associates, beautifying your property while securing your peace of mind.
Man them, let's redefine getting ready. Today ain't just about stepping out, we stepping up. Starting with the essentials, the Levi Fisher bundle isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling good. Hydrating and grooming that bed perfectly. Next, let's not forget the skin. With Naked Luxury's Fairline Men, we taking premium care that leaves your skin irresistible. Why? Because self-care ain't just a luxury, it's a necessity. So before you head out, remember looking good is more than just clothes. It's about bringing out your natural charm. You think your woman and want to see you rough all the time? Don't forget, look good all the time, take care of yourself.
And you heard it right there. You hear what he said. You think your woman and want to see you looking rough all the time? Looking good is more about that's a nice commercial. That's Miss Naturalista right there. And you got to check them out. 2 locations, St. Thomas and St. Croix. And St. Croix, they're located right in front of James Bridal. Down there by the 2 gas stations by Plaza West. It's called the Market now. But some people still calling Via Vitelco Innovative. We just still call you your name, But that's the Market West. Miss Naturalista, you got it there. And on St. Thomas, they're located in the Yacht Haven Grand next to the Windies entrance by Mose and the Red Hook Family Practice. So listen, man, it is 7:49, but we want to share with you this horrific video. I call it horrific because it's just that, It shows, and police are asking for your help. You're seeing right here, this is the surveillance footage of the people that were at the Just Right trucking yard when they went and set these trucks on fire. You see the spark, the fire right there? Oh my gosh, you're watching this. And, this is definitely devastating because, This is a whole garbage truck. This is a lot of equipment. Imagine the cost and see they throw the fire in. So you might not be able to see their face, but we had a case here in St. Thomas. You remember when they viciously murdered the lady, and they hurt the security guard at the jewelry store, and they were able to pick out. The community came together and was able to identify the shooters and those involved by their walk, by their height, by their posture. So you can help the VIPD. And if you know something, call them and say something. All right, that's not good right there. Now I can tell you one thing: in being business, I've had many situations, nothing like that, pray not, but wherein you've had challenges and you're working on a client's project, and the client comes to your rescue because they know that, hey, he was out there or she was out there, this company was there on our behalf, or they're working in our best interest. Of course, this is an active investigation, but I like to see what waste management come and do. I really would like to see that. In the private world, we do something, but, they're going to say already, they don't have no money, So, sometimes in business, you'd be like, man, you're servicing your community, but you're watching who you're getting in bed with. Nothing that they are responsible. I'm just saying that, I've been on scenes where our cameras, we've gotten told when we were working for Choice. Every carnival I used to get told. Every carnival. Now, tow bill is different to a truck bill, of course. Trucks, let's add that, and massive equipment there. And the CEO at the time, Tony Shepard, he see me and, man, Wanda and me is good friend now for the Carnival Committee, festival. But boy, me and Wanda used to fight every year. And I was wrong. Let me say it, I was wrong. But I come to the food fair, take the pictures, shed the love. And you told me, man, the CEO of not via Choice, Tony Shepard, many times he paid that bill. And he said, Emmett, we know you ain't got no parking. We know you're trying to do, work on our behalf. You are our representative. And many other times. My clients, MLB, they stepped up. One time our vehicle was caught in a crossfire. It got totally shut up. Another carnival. MLB stepped up. And they say, hey, we need you out there. And they, So it'll be interesting to see what waste management or they propose or they intended because, hey, but, it's an active investigation, so we see where we go from there. Today is the 23rd of January. We're counting down to the month. It is 78 degrees, and we have, I think, a cruise ship in St. Croix, and we got about 3 ships in St. Thomas. Friday, it seems like no ships. Saturday, and maybe not one Sunday. Monday is when the ships return. Of course, if you're driving through the town area, Frederickstead, or in Charlotte-Amalie, and you're going to patience, you need to take another route. Because, the tourists, we need the tourist dollars. So we showed you that video. We heard from the Teacher of the Year, heard from Senator Fonseca, and we heard the excellent work that the VIPD, the Special Operation Unit, are doing. And we want to say thank you to them. I promised you that we were going to air that clip of the governor and the Whopper ribbon cutting. Come by tomorrow. We're going to have it airing tomorrow. We want to definitely get the right clip that we want to share with you. So come by tomorrow. We have that there. What else is taking place? Lisa and the party shop. Listen, man, Lisa is my girl, and she always helps everyone. And listen, Lisa got her thing going on up there at the top of Rappoon Hill. Let me tell you, they say have everything you need for parties. You need balloons, she have it. You need tiara for the birthday lady or for the bride to be, she got it. The only thing I didn't see is thing for divorce party. She probably could order that too. Lisa has everything. It's right behind a Mango Tango. And let me tell you, the place looked good. It looked really, really good. She did her thing. You got to check the live out right here on AllAhWeTV. It was, we had a great coverage. Let me give you a little bit of it. We give you a little clip of it right there. And then, a little bit of the walk-in. And you got to go and check it out. As I said, she have everything that you need. And it's an excellent store. She's an excellent person. Great police officer. She's been in media forever. And about her store. We're talking about her store. Let me stop talking and let me let you do the watching. Right here is Lisa. Is the party shop right there in Raccoon Hill. The notification. All right, we are here. Welcome, AllAhWeTV. We are live at the party shop. This is the visionary, the founder, the proprietor, Miss Lisa Donovan. Okay, where are you? Might know Lisa from. Lisa has a background in radio. You know her from the Carnival Troupe. What your Carnival Troupe is?
It
the
was a Juve troupe.
Juve Carnival.
The VI Fetters.
VI Fetters.
First is WSTA for about 13 years. Then we started out into the nonprofit, which is the VI Fetters Juve troupe. Now I am an entrepreneur with the party shop.
And she's also one of the tourism-oriented police, heart of a teddy bear. All right? So we are here at the party shop. Beautiful. Look at the signs. Look at the logo. I love it. It says party. It says everything you need to host your events.
It says where every party starts. So you have to start at a party shop, and this is your party shop.
So listen, tell them where it's located, and then we're going to go inside, and you're going to tell us about the vision and what all they can get. But tell us where we're located, where we're at.
Okay, well, we're located, if you're coming from in the west, it's over Raccoon Hill. You turn in to the right into Alcoin Plaza and come up to your far. You pass UPS and you come there. There's signs posted, so you'll be able to know exactly where the party shop is. And just for those who's not familiar with Alcoin Plaza, anybody that visits the chiropractor, we're right next to the chiropractor. So look for the signs once you turn in off of Raccoon Hill. And if you're coming from the east, you pass the whole, what is that? The Costules. The Costules intersection, and we're the first left.
Okay. Well, I will say
Alcoin
simple,
Plaza.
right behind the Mango Tango. You're coming up from Colormax,
Okay,
where you
can
see
say
the
that
credit union ATM is right inside, not the first building with Colormax, the second building behind a Mango Tango. And once you pass the big 7-day church, you make the left-hand turn if you're coming from the east. And as you see, you're going to have a big sign in the front, and it's right behind the big sign. Then you get this beautiful sign, and then you know you are here. So you're planning a party. What do you plan? A party, anniversary? What all you cater for?
Let's go inside.
All right, let's go.
Okay. So first of all, welcome from me to you to the party shop. And I just wanted to invite those who have not been to the party shop. It's okay to come. We're here Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and Saturdays from 10 to 6. So all is invited to come. And let me just take you around the store and show you a little bit of what we have. Are you ready?
Well, first, Lisa, before we go, let's put it back on the tripod. Lisa, I want you to tell us what inspired you and, of course, your team to launch this establishment, this business.
Well, Emmett, you know, I am always into something. My mind is always running on how to make things better. And in our community, we don't have what I have. We don't have it, and if we do have it, it runs out, and then you can't get it, and then it's not there. So I felt that I can make a difference. So I just started to just
put it all together.
Yeah.
And you've been at this for a while.
I've been at it. I have my business license since 2021. And because I couldn't find a place with parking, I couldn't find a place that was affordable, I just basically You
held off. Till you got it all together.
Correct. And, you know, I've been here, I've been east, I've been west, I've been north, I've been all over. Couldn't find anything that was affordable. You don't want to start a business like this and the money that you make got to go into your...
Just your expenses,
right.
Of course.
So
that's great.
That's where we are.
So, and this place, like you said, wonderful parking. It has so much parking. You're telling me, look out. I seen pictures you already had fun things for the children and the family, but you have a lot more of that coming.
Oh yeah, we have some events coming up that we planned. We still haven't made it concrete, but it's gonna happen. For Valentine's Day, we would have the Valentine's Day baskets.
Okay.
The small, the medium, the large, the treat bags, the works.
Yes.
And we'll be showing those on our Facebook page and the Instagram page.
Tell them the Facebook page.
Oh, the Facebook page is the Party Shop, and the Instagram page is the Party Shop VI.
So you get Valentine's baskets, and then you see later down in the year, you're going to have some activities for children?
Oh, yeah. We're going to do, you know how you had for Halloween, you had the trunk or treat?
Yeah.
Well, we're doing the Easter Day trunk and hunt.
Okay.
So therefore, we will be putting out that information for those who want to be.
So look out, Easter coming right here
Yes.
at the Party Shop. You're going to have a vibe, a family fete, a kiddie fete.
Right.
You know what I mean? A nice situation.
And we have, and as we look through the store, you see some things coming up. Every season, we're going to do something.
So on the overhand, what we have balloons. All right, that's Lisa. That's Lisa Donovan. Please go visit AllAhWeTV, Facebook, YouTube. We are live. And that was a great reception. Thank you to everyone that watched it. But we are available to go live to your businesses. Tomorrow, we're going to cut that up so that you can see that in like a 60-second presentation. It's about 20 minutes, but you get to see the whole store. We walk through the store. We show you just about everything that was there. She got table, chair rentals, different kind of chairs, folding chairs. I'd call it the bamboo chairs, the bamboo kind of stick chairs with the glass. She got told you balloon station. She got beans and tablecloths from SpongeBob to, you must have Barbie. I think I see Paw Patrol in there. So if you having a birthday party for children, she got this stuff. She got it for bachelorette. She got shot clubs. You know everyone right now doing these safari bar crawl? Yeah, man. Imagine you doing your bar crawl, everybody get the shot cups and stuff like that. So even the taxi man them, you go up in there, I know Reds, Dow, my boy, the best officer in the world. The police, they're running taxi, man. I like them, man. Them guys, they do the party scene because it's safe. And they keep it safe and responsible. The guests have a lot of fun. They could go up by Lisa and they could check it out and they could get that day going. Listen, I'm going to give you a little clip right here of, remember you had we talked about it, the MLK basketball tournament. You had the Caribs, they take home everything. The ladies won, the gentlemen won, and the cheerleaders, them and the Rays put on a nice show. But just recognizing the talent in our students. Look at the gymnastic and the talent ability that these students them show. You're going to see it right here. Watch it. Oh, we had a little boo-boo. Uh-oh, it'll happen. Don't worry. I'm coming back. What just happened there, buddy? Regardless. I'll show it to you tomorrow. All right, it's 8 o'clock on the dot on this Thursday, and you know how it is when you're ready to stop work. But we actually have another live we have to go run to. Tomorrow we're going to fill you in. But thank you for watching. More to come, 6:30 tomorrow morning. I'm going to make sure on time. I'm watching myself. I'm going to make sure I'm here. So I want you to be here too. And we have Peter Bailey. He was supposed to do a remote call-in last week. Well, no, he's on island. Who's Peter Bailey? This is the award-winning journalist. He has the series, The Night Cut. He interviewed everyone from Boozy to Mayor Giuliani to all the hip-hop artists Peter Guetta connect. And he stopped it when he was here in Irma Maria. Then he did a documentary on showing the Virgin Islands to his colleagues in the diaspora and those who don't know and the sufferation we'd be going through. I mean, you know how it is when they have a hurricane. They pay a lot of attention when it goes up north. But when we hear, we'd be taking some licks because we're isolated. So he did a documentary and he did that for about a year and a half, maybe about 4 years. You know, he's been just on the road, pushing the documentary, sharing our message of the Virgin Islands and who we are, where we are, and why we need help. Speaking about help, Stacey Plaskett just announced about $2 billion in grants that's coming to the Virgin Islands Waste Management Authority to repair and replace, put in new waste, water, pipes, the whole system. About 2 million coming to St. Thomas and 80,000, 2 billion coming to St. Thomas. 80 million is going to St. John, and the St. Croix numbers are going to be announced very soon. We've been taking a lot of, we've been experiencing a lot of damages and a lot of challenges in the wastewater area due to the challenges that we had stemming from them storms, stemming from the rain, stemming from those. So that's a big accomplishment, and big up to Stacey Plaskett, big up to the Brian Roach administration, everybody and anybody that was involved in that process. Change takes time, but it's coming. More about that. But listen, it's 8:06 in the morning. I want to thank everyone that logged on, and more to come. And I think tomorrow we're going to do some giveaways too. I'm talking a little too much. We're getting out of here. And once again, thank you. You have a beautiful day. We love you. That's all I can say. You have a beautiful day. We love you, and make it the best day possible. All right. See you all tomorrow at 6:30 in the morning.
Rise up, get the time to rise and go home. Rise up, Mardi Gras, rise up. Get the time to rise and go home. Any man, any man, any man, any man in another man's house.